Yo, 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 crack a 40 and check your rollies. It's podcast time with your hosts, Tim and Nick.
What's going on, everybody? Tim and Nick here for this episode of the Pro Wrestling Unlimited podcast. What's going on, Nick?
I think this is the most on time I think we've ever been since I joined the show. I think that's the most on time we've ever been. It's exactly 9 o'clock and we went live.
Actually, my computer says 9:01, but I did do 45 seconds of an intro.
So I do want to mention, once again, I did not get the notification. So it's this long-running saga now that apparently I'm not going to get notifications anymore for YouTube.
I should fill out this survey. YouTube is asking all creators to fill out a survey. Actually, I'll tell you exactly what this says. It's funny. It says when you log into the Creator Studio on your computer.
Creator Studio on your computer.
Is it still there? It was there earlier. Hold on.
Got Alex Rodriguez, Elite QB, Kaysen, and Nicole in here. What is going on, everyone?
Thank you
so much for joining the show. Hi, Nicole. I'm your big fan from India. Interesting.
So the link's not there for the survey anymore, but it said it was there all day. I don't know why they took it down now, but it said all creators, please fill out this survey and let us know what you think of YouTube or something like that. And at the end it says, please be honest. Well, I can be a little honest about this notification system.
Yeah, this notification system's been awfully cancerous. But what?
Oh yeah, like 9 people in right now. Jesus.
I don't know if you noticed this. The date is wrong on the stream and the title of the stream.
Oh, I was actually fixing it right now. It hasn't updated itself yet.
Okay. Kaysen got the notification, thank God. Teddy Horridge, for the 15th time, he said it like 90 fucking times in the last stream. Tim, I noticed you were calling it the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Are they adding heavyweight back to it? Also, don't know if you talked about this yet, but what happened to the Raw stream? Number 1, no. Number 2, the internet.
Oh, yeah, I was having internet issues all day Monday. The guy had to come out on Tuesday afternoon. He fixed the internet. And if you look at the championship belt, it says on the belt itself, Heavyweight Championship.
It does say that, but they don't call it the Heavyweight Championship, which kind of bothers me.
They do sometimes. I mean, I've heard them a couple times over the last year say it.
It just frustrates me whenever they don't call it the Heavyweight Championship.
Didn't Heyman call AJ the WWE Heavyweight Champion?
Well, yeah, because it's Heyman, of course he's going to say that.
Well, hell. But
we do have a lot of good stuff to talk about this week, including everything that's going on with the commentary team over on Raw. The former commentator Booker T said some strong words about Corey Graves. And now let me say, when Booker T and Corey Graves were on commentary together, they seemed like they were genuinely having a good time together. They seemed like they were enjoying each other. The laughter seemed legitimate, so it kind of feels like they were getting along. And a lot of people are speculating that the things that Booker T is saying, the things that Booker T is saying are definitely a work. These aren't legit. This is just going to lead up to something later on in the future. So, Tim, why don't you have a little backstory about what's said?
Yeah, I was going to say something about you saying it's a work, where I think, they kind of proved that it was work last night. But so what happened was when Booker T came back to the announced team for Raw, it was only supposed to be temporary. Like, literally. David Otunga was going through some legal stuff with his ex-wife, or I don't even think they were actually ever married.
I think they were.
That's a moot point anyways. It doesn't matter. David Otunga needed some time off. They said, okay, David, you can work just the pre-shows until you're ready to come back. Booker is going to take your spot on Raw. So Booker always knew it was a part-time gig. Then when they just started saying, you know what, Booker, we're just going to keep using you, even though David Otunga can come back, we like you on commentary.
Right.
And so they go forward. It's Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Booker T on commentary. Most people every week was like, Booker T was bad this week. Booker T was bad this week. Doesn't really matter. So then the night after the Rumble, we find out Booker T is no longer on commentary, and he's being replaced with Jonathan Coachman. So we go that first Raw with Coach on commentary, and everything goes fine. Coach, getting acclimated back into the WWE, learning his new role. He's not that heel commentator anymore that was working for Eric Bischoff. He's just a commentator. Anyways, so Booker goes on his radio show. Heated Conversations in Houston, Texas. It's a local radio show, but it got national publicity this week because Booker said the following in reference to why he is no longer on commentary. He said, and I quote, "If I got Corey Graves into a fisticuffs, I would beat him down like he stole something. I'd be whooping his ass all day long. My thing is this, I'm a nice guy until you get on my bad side. Corey Graves, I wouldn't necessarily say he's on my bad side right now, but he's the reason I'm not on Monday Night Raw right now. A lot of people in the company thought I was going to jump on him. I was going to do something bad to him. I was going to drag him. I was going to take him out to the woodshed. I was going to beat the man so bad that he was going to say, please, please, just don't beat me anymore. That's how hot I was getting. That's how close I was getting. If I catch Corey Graves on the streets, I'm going to do something to him. I ain't going to do it at the office or at the airport, but if I catch Corey Graves on the street, you see that little bouffant hairdo he got, I'm going to rearrange it for him."
I don't think anything good happens at a woodshed, if I'm being quite honest with you. I don't think anything quite good happens.
So, I mean, we go to Raw, and I think, what did Corey Graves say? He made a reference about, he said something to I think it was Coach, and he was like, ooh, if you keep that up, you're going to get demoted to national, or what did he say? If you keep that up, you're going to get demoted to local radio.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a good little jab. Which, again, it a lot of this makes me feel like it's actually a work, since they're kind of, hinting at it on television. You know what I mean?
And that leads me to what happened last night on SmackDown. They were doing the whole thing where they kept cutting to the New Day, playing around in the locker room, answering questions from Twitter. And at one point, Booker said something about Corey Graves can't throw a jab. And then he said, I wouldn't give Corey Graves 6% in a street fight.
Now, does the 6% mean something?
I honestly don't
know. Is that a bet? Is there something behind the 6%?
Obviously, I was thinking that too, and I haven't been able to figure that out.
I haven't either.
But he was just like, I wouldn't give Corey Graves 6% chance in a street fight. I'm like, dang.
What do you guys think? And who would win that fight?
Well, I mean,
who do you think would win that fight? I'd have to go with Booker.
I'd have to go with Booker too. I mean,
fuck.
I mean, here's the thing. If this is a work and WWE's the one behind this, it's Daniel Bryan Miz all over again. Corey Graves can't be touched. He's in the same situation as Daniel Bryan, injured to the point where he can't wrestle anymore. Can't do anything. Can't be physical. That's why he's on commentary. So if this is supposed to be something, setting up something between Booker and Corey Graves, it ain't going to lead to nothing. Like, what would it do? Booker finds a representative because he doesn't want to wrestle, and Corey finds someone to represent him, and it's McMahon freaking Donald Trump all over again?
I was just going to say they could do the McMahon Trump thing again. I mean, it would be kind of funny.
But, I mean, it's like saying, oh, Daniel Bryan was going to get somebody to fight for him against Miz, and they never did anything with that. They just moved Miz to Raw.
So, actually, I meant to look at this on Ringside News today, going on a different subject here. I texted you today during the day when I was at work that someone in the 205 Live division could possibly be leaving.
There's nothing to it.
Nothing to it?
No.
Just meant nothing?
No, it was just a tweet that he sent out as soon as he lost last night. So I believe everyone was like, okay, so here's what happened. Last night at about 10, almost 10:30, it was right after they finished 205 Live. What happened to Hideo Itami?
He lost.
He lost in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament.
Correct.
He sends out a tweet that says, it's over. Everyone starts saying, oh my God, is he leaving the company? Is he leaving the company? Is he leaving the company?
Which I thought.
It's over, I believe, is in reference to my chance to win this tournament. Because if you look at the timing of it, it's literally... They finished 205 Live, enough time for him to go back to the back, do whatever he needs to do, shower or whatever, and then tweet it. He did send out another tweet. Let me get that one really fast. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what that one said.
But not done yet.
Right, but not done yet, which means his chance right now is over for becoming Cruiserweight Champion and winning the title at Mania, but he's not done pursuing being Cruiserweight champion. That's how I'm perceiving it. Because I kept getting a lot of messages today. Is Hideo Itami leaving? Ringside News and da-da-da-da are saying, no. Hideo Itami is not leaving. At least not anytime soon. Not right now. Ringside News was the only people to pick up on this to say, quote-unquote, Hideo Itami may be teasing his leave. No. Unfortunately, Ringside News... Unfortunately, I'm gonna bash somebody for a second, but Ringside News does like to take things and spin it just a little bit too far out to get some clicks.
Yeah, and I mean, pretty sure everyone's been victim of that. Sean's
So, I mean...
You know, I do wonder, though, what would you like to see the WWE do with Itami at this point? Because, I mean, God, it just seems like anytime they put him in something, I don't know if it's him, I don't know if it's the writing, but it's just, he never ends up kind of what we assumed. I mean, that match with Roderick Strong was fucking incredible. Oh, yeah. That was a great match. You know, but what do you think it could be next for him? What could he do? I don't see NXT being in his future.
No. He's done with NXT.
I don't see...
You know, here's the thing, though. He was slated for big things in NXT. Finn wasn't supposed to win that title when he did. It was supposed to be Hideo Itami.
Right. Sorry, I just had a coughing attack.
Fireworks going off outside? Anyways, I thought I heard fireworks going off outside. Anyways. So, because if you remember, right before WrestleMania 31 at Access, they did a mini tournament with NXT guys. The winner of this mini tournament gets into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Who won the mini tournament? Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, WrestleMania 31. He had a spot in there with Big Show and got eliminated, and that was his, you know, they did a whole big old thing where the cameras followed him for the day leading up to the match and got his thoughts on being at WrestleMania. And I heard that he was going to be one of the guys in line in 2015 to be NXT champion, possibly winning it in Japan. He goes down with an injury. They slip Finn into that spot because he's got the history in Japan. He wins the title from Kevin Owens in Japan. Bada boom, there we go.
Right.
Then he comes. Then see, he had the shoulder injury. Unfortunately, the surgery didn't take the first time. He had to have a second surgery. Kept him out even longer than expected. I think it was like 13, 14 months almost. Comes back. Riddick Moss dumps him on his head. Almost freaking...
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That was just... Out again.
Riddick Moss is a fucking idiot.
I think Riddick Moss is too strong for his own well-being.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's gotten better, Riddick Moss. I think that was a case of, all right, they're using me now on these house shows. I'm going to show them what I got. And he was just going too fast. He just needed to slow down. That's what I heard. That he was told... You need to slow the F down. Same thing with Tito Sabatelli. If you watched The Breaking Ground, he did a spot. He had a match with Apollo Crews, and he messed up a drop kick. And Matt Bloom literally came to him afterwards and goes, "You're gonna go back to the beginner class because you need to learn to slow down." And I think Riddick Moss was in that same boat. You need to slow down.
Yeah. So the next thing you know, Brock's gonna be punching him in the side of the head, saying, "Slow the fuck down."
Oh, Lord. Oh,
but
go for it.
No, I kind of want to talk about something real quick. Who was it in chat that just mentioned something that I wanted to touch on? Diana Aragon? Diana Aragon says, what do you do with the entire 205 Live is the real question. And I'm going to touch on that for a minute. I guess you can call this a hot take. But a lot of us got the news today that Vince McMahon is stepping away from 205 Live and giving it to his lovely, lovely son, Triple H. And now... that's already a great step, and I think what they need to continue to do is whatever the hell they're doing now. The last 2 weeks of 205 Live have been almost perfect. You have minimal backstage work, you have minimal comedy spots, and you put on great wrestling. One thing that I really, really, really want to push WWE to keep doing is the idea of keep adding these UK guys whenever you can. Guys like Mark Andrews, Tyler Bate, maybe not Pete Dunne because, you know, he's got his whole thing going. He's a pretty huge name. But hell, even, I don't know if he's eligible, to Oney Larkin. A lot of these...
injured right now, actually.
Understandable, but you know what I mean from there.
I get you.
You know, adding a lot of these UK guys to just come in and have some matches. Maybe throw some stories in there with them. Who knows where they're going to go with this Roderick Strong thing. But what they're doing right now is almost pitch perfect. They've had amazing matches the last couple weeks with guys that like literally people sit there and they think to themselves, wow, Kalisto's so fucking boring. And then they watch that Kalisto Lince Dorado match and goes, holy shit, remember how fun Kalisto used to be to watch? If you don't remember, he had like spot of the year when he gave that Selena Del Sol off the ladder at TLC through another ladder to one of the Usos when they had face paint.
Oh yeah.
So I think that was like 2015. But, the fact of the matter, Alex Rodriguez is right here. Now I actually want to watch 205 Live, and I'm not forcing myself to watch it. I chose to tune into 205 Live. The last time was on last Tuesday, and I watched the ending of the main event between Strong and Itami, and that was a great match, and I really genuinely enjoyed it. I think having Rockstar Spud, or what is he called?
Drake Maverick.
Where the fuck did I get Mark from? I almost called him Mark Davis.
You're probably thinking Mark Andrews.
But having Drake Maverick on there, or I'm going to call him Rockstar Spud for sake of my well-being.
Michael Cole did.
So, you've got Rockstar Spud on there who's just so comfortable and fluid and knows how to talk and knows how to present himself. And he's been saying things that a lot of people have been saying. They've been saying, Drew Gulak's a great wrestler. Why is he a comedy act? Tony Nese is a fantastic wrestler. Why the fuck is he counting his fucking abs on the way down to the ring? He told them straight up, you need to stop being comedy acts and you guys need to be wrestlers like you are. And it gave me a thought like, man, you know what? Maybe they are looking at us. Maybe they are understanding what we're saying about 205 Live. I want to know when the Observer comes out, what the numbers for 205 Live were this week, and I want to know where they ranked, and I want to know where they ranked last week, and I want to know where they ranked the week before. So I want to know before Drake Maverick and after Drake Maverick, how good those episodes have been. Another thing that they can really, really improve on is just let the wrestlers wrestle. You saw, God, I can't believe I'm about to admit this, but man, Tyler Bate and my mortal enemy TJP put on a decent match together. They put on a really good match. I love the single-legged Boston Crab on the turnbuckle. Stuff like that you don't normally see. You keep pitching 205 Live as where your premier athletes are. Literally, one of your wrestlers is called the premier athlete, Tony Nese. So, you've got the ability to wrestle. You've got the captivating wrestling. You've got guys like Lince Dorado, Grand Metalik, even Jack Gallagher. You have all of these guys, and they weren't used properly at the time. And I think once we keep watching, once the first round of the tournament finishes, once we finally get to see, Gallagher wrestle again, once we get to see Gulak and Tony Nese tear the house down in a match, I think it's going to open a lot of people's eyes about what 205 Live can do, what 205 Live is, and it's not going to become that shitty brand. Pretty soon people are going to be saying, I want to see this guy on 205 Live. I want to see Ricochet in 205 Live. I want to see Johnny Gargano in 205 Live. It's not, oh, don't send him there because he's going to die there. It's, oh, send him there because he's going to make that even fucking better because he's going to put on really cool matches with guys like Hideo Itami. He's going to put on great matches with guys like Jack Gallagher, Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, people like that. People don't understand that. I think with that whole really bad preset, what 205 Live was at the beginning, no one gave a shit about it. But now that they've got matches that are actually enjoyable, that people are talking about, and they did that smart thing where they bring names, they bring guys. They brought Tyler Bate. They're bringing Mark Andrews. They brought Roderick Strong. So they bring all of those people in. That's going to make you want to watch. And then you realize how good the matches can be. And then you're going to watch next week because now Roderick Strong just won. You don't know why he won. You don't know how he won, but you're going to tune in next week to find out more. So I think 205 Live is on a very, very good path right now. Everything Triple H touches becomes gold. I'm really enjoying 205 Live right now. They just need to keep on that same path.
Yeah. I guess you said it all. There's not much more that I can say other than give us brackets.
Yeah.
But I get why they're not. Drake Maverick said it on Raw when he was on commentary. Because I think it was Michael Cole was like, well, who's all going to be in this tournament? And he goes, that's a good question, Cole. But I think you should tune into 205 Live to find out because that's the only way you're going to find out. So I think the plan is 205 Live.
Right.
You have at least till the mixed match challenge is over. You got 2 matches on the show. After that second match, they're gonna tell you next week in the tournament we have so and so versus so and so and so and so versus so and so. So you have to watch all of 205 Live to find out, or just go on social media afterwards. But they're saying you're not going to know unless you watch 205 Live. That's the premise of it.
Exactly, and I think that's perfect, the way they're pitching it.
I think, honestly, it could be a fact of they don't know. They may know who was going to win, but they don't know who they're going to use every week. So it could be a fact of, well, we're not 100% sure who's going to be next week, so we're not going to tell you in advance. But at the same time, I think it'd be cool if we saw graphics and okay, well, week 3 is so-and-so versus so-and-so. I really want to see that, so I'm going to make sure I don't miss that episode. Not, oh, crap, I missed 205 Live tonight. Let me just go check the results. Not, you know what I mean?
No. Because to argue with that, if people see, week 3 we're gonna get this match, I'm not gonna fucking watch until week 3, because then you're not
true.
You'll get views on week 3, sure, but it's obvious why you're getting those views. But now you can guarantee a steady amount of views if you keep that element of surprise. You don't tell them, they don't know, they want to know, they're going to tune in.
Exactly.
No, but if they want to know who it is, they either tune in or they watch on Twitter or whatever they may do. If you let them know in advance, people are going to pick and choose. Oh, I don't really like this guy. I don't really like this guy either, but this guy's wrestling, so I'm just going to watch on this week instead and not waste my time. Right. So I like the idea of not having the bracket because it adds that element of surprise. So that's just me.
I think at least once we get out of round 1, you put brackets up.
Rollins has not been absent from the last 2 Raws.
No, Rollins actually
literally wrestled the other.
Threatened to kill Jason Jordan, which I'm going to get into here in a little bit. Anyways, but no, I think I get what you're saying. It's that whole thing where don't give them brackets because that way they have to tune in every week. But I think once we get through round 1, we know who is ready in the tournament, who's left in the tournament. Then you can give the brackets because I think they said you have to go through 3 matches on 205 Live and then the finals at Mania. So you have to win 4 matches to win the championship. And so you give those brackets after WrestleMania, or not after WrestleMania, but after round 1. That would make a little bit of sense, I guess you could say.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I mean, who do you got?
Winning the whole thing?
Who do you got as the last 2?
Oh, the last 2? I don't know. I mean, I got to see who's still in round 1. I can honestly...
Strong and Cedric.
Oh, that's exactly what I was about to say. I can honestly possibly see it being... If they want to put on the best match possible, if Pete Dunne is not in this, Strong and Cedric Alexander.
Then it's going to make the UK title look even worse.
Not necessarily. But I mean...
Derek just said something that we haven't even done yet.
Huh.
Take calls.
Oh, we will.
Yeah,
I was about to plug it once we finish talking 205 Live. But I mean, if you want to have the best match possible, don't care about heels versus faces. You just... Who can you put together to have the best match at Mania? You do Cedric and Roderick Strong. Even if Roderick Strong is not the plan, and the plan is Cedric, which we don't know, nobody knows right now, you don't have to have Roderick Strong that be his official call-up. You can say, hey, he's only here for this tournament, because he's going to be on NXT in like 3 weeks. I don't want to give any spoilers here on the podcast, unless you guys don't care, but he was used at the tapings last week. I think it's only for 1, maybe 2 episodes. It's at least 2 episodes. It's at least 2 episodes he was used for. Because he does have to do the UK title match with Pete Dunne because he did win the number 1 contendership. And they did do one other thing with him that I did read in the spoilers from the tapings.
For sure. So with that, we talked a lot about 205 Live. They deserve all the love. They're doing great.
Yeah. Now, if you guys want to give us your thoughts on all the changes for 205 Live, you can call into the show. Number on the screen, 559-475-8473. Before we go on, I got to shout out our sponsors, Strong Style Brand and WrestleCrate. If you guys love wrestling merchandise, then you'd love both of these companies. Strong Style Brand brings you awesome merch that you can get from their website. Go over there, get their special designed t-shirts, hoodies, hats, custom shoes. Yes, they got their own shoes. Go over to strongstylebrand.com right now. Use promo code PWUnlimited at checkout to get 10% off of your purchase. Now, as far as WrestleCrate goes, WrestleCrate brings you goodies every month straight to your doorstep. There's 2 different boxes you can get. You can get the Elite box for $29.99, or you can get the Light box for only $14.99. Now, if you sign up, I think it's before the 15th, then you can get the exclusive Ric Flair merchandise coming in the next crate. Now, the Ric Flair merch is in both the Light and the Elite box, but if you sign up for the Elite box, you will also get, I think it's the Matt Jackson mini wrestling buddy. Go over to WrestleCrate.com right now. Use promo code PWUnlimited at checkout to get 10% off of your purchase. Let's take a call.
Let us take a call.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
I just wanted your thoughts. I was running this through my head. The reason that they're not using the name Rockstar Spud is because they already have a Rockstar and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Right.
They didn't want to confuse the names.
Right, I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what makes the most sense.
I mean, I would love it to just be Rockstar Spud, but they never liked mix matching the characters.
Plus, WWE's on that kick for most guys where you have to have a real person name, not a gimmick character name. If you really look at it. I mean, other than Samoa Joe, who else doesn't have a normal name? I mean, you can say Sheamus, Cesaro, but I'm talking about like guys that...
Goldust.
But Goldust, they're not going to change Goldust now. Goldust has been around since the 90s. But I'm just saying, if you really look at it, I mean... Even with the guys that only have a one name, it's just one name. It's still like I can see someone really being named Cesaro. We just don't know what his last name is, or Sheamus. We just don't know what his last name is. But for the most part, I want to say 90% of the company have normal people names, other than like Samoa Joe and R-Truth. Yeah. Other than those guys, everyone else has got a regular name.
You're right. One other very quick thought.
Sure.
Triple threat match, finals of the cruiserweight. They're going to turn the finals of the cruiserweight championship into a triple threat match. It's going to be Cedric Alexander, Roderick Strong, and a return of Rey Mysterio.
Now, do you just throw Rey in there to throw him in there, or does he earn his way in there? Because people might get a little salty about that if it's just, oh, by the way, Rey didn't have to fight in the tournament, but he's just getting a shot anyways.
You throw him in there. He's a big enough star that he's just like John Cena. He doesn't even need to qualify.
Yeah, but Cena did qualify for the Chamber, though. That's the thing. You want to use that analogy.
You're right. I don't know how he gets there. But then again, you threw the Hardy Boys into the ladder match last year.
Very true. Very true. But that was already a multi-person match where guys didn't have to qualify or fight their way into that. Now, here's the thing: do you really want Rey Mysterio in the cruiserweight division? That's the big question there.
He's not gonna touch the world title again.
Well, I'm not saying he needs to touch the world title, but do you really want to see him relegated to a 2-minute segment on Raw and then 205 Live and that's it? Because if he's in the
relegated to it though.
You think
you put him in there temporarily, legitimize the brand, and then you bring him, and then you get the title off of him. You build a star that way through Rey Mysterio, and then you put him back on Raw or SmackDown.
I mean, I can see it, but I don't know. Honestly, I think it could be another Neville situation where he's like, I don't want to be on that brand. That's why Neville won't come back. Neville said if he comes back, he wants to be a regular superstar, not a cruiserweight superstar, and that's where they're butting heads right now.
Maybe that'll change with Triple H being in charge of 205 Live now.
Maybe, but thanks for the call. Have a great night.
You too.
Velveteen Dream is a gimmick name. Thank you, Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, there's another one. Like I said, there's about 95% of the guys have
Velveteen Dream. I mean, Aleister Black, I guess you could say.
Hey, I've heard of him.
It's not really...
I mean,
name one fucking person you know named Aleister.
But I don't know many people anybody from the United Kingdom. That's not an American name.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. I'm trying to think of other non-gimmicky names.
Let me jump on the WWE.
Oh, The Miz.
True, but we know his real name is Mike Mizanin because they say it sometimes. Well,
then your argument goes away of saying
no, I get you. But,
Sheamus Cesaro because it was Sheamus O'Flaherty and Antonio Cesaro.
But like RVD. But I didn't say everybody. I said 90%.
RVD.
RVD ain't in the company no more. Plus, he's Rob Van Dam. RVD is just his initials.
Okay, Antonio Cesaro was his name, and Cesaro is just his last name.
But like I said, it works. I'm looking
It does.
I'm looking at the roster right now, and I'm scrolling through. Other than like guys with single names,
TJP.
okay, he fits into that 10%. But I'm scrolling through the roster. You know, Alicia Fox, Arya Davari, Asuka, Bailey.
You don't got to read the names off.
No, I'm just saying like people with one names. Most people, it's weird.
Oh,
though.
Big E. Big E.
True, that's another one. But it's weird though how a lot of the guys all have first and last names, but there's a good amount of the women that just have only one name. Have you ever think about that?
Yeah, I think about that a lot. I think about those women a lot. But
oh Lord. All
on
right,
that
let's take another
note,
call.
Let's take another call here.
Oh,
Remember what I texted you.
never mind. Lost that call.
Remember what I texted you. The Miz, Big Show, Wolfgang. Big Cass.
I think Wolfgang's got a. I don't know.
You're telling me Wolfgang's not the motherfucker's real name is Wolfgang?
I know a guy. I was in the army with a guy named Wolfgang. Wolfgang.
That's
Fody.
in the. Get the fuck out of here.
That was his name.
Take a call.
I'm trying.
Call into the show 559-475-8473. That's 559-475-8473.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hi, Tim. It's
What?
your favorite subscriber, guest student.
What's going on?
Yikes.
What's up? I wanted to know, do you know when they're gonna be releasing the details for WrestleMania 35?
Any time, to be honest. I can tell you with 95% certainty it's going to be in MetLife Stadium, most likely April 7th, 2019, and they can announce that thing at any time. Like, I don't know what they're waiting on.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on the Miz and him defending the title at WrestleMania when he's supposed to have a baby on April 6th?
Go ahead, end. I like it. I think the Miz will wrestle it. I got a weird feeling that I feel like Maurice would be like, hey, fucking wrestle this match, brother.
I could see that if it wasn't their... As a father myself, I can see that if it wasn't their first.
Yeah, being that I'm not a father and that I don't want to ruin my young child.
How, like, we've seen overexcited Miz is about being a father and all this, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's one of those slippery things because it's not like, you know, Maurice doesn't get it. She's been in the business.
Exactly, and both of them have been in the business, and
Right.
I'm sure he wants to be there. I wonder if it would depend on who he's facing and how the match goes. Like, what's the plan for the match? Is it going to be a mediocre match? Because if so, hey, fuck you. I'm going to go.
As of right now, the plan is Miz versus Braun.
Which I think could be a great match.
You have, because I think it'd be perfect. You have Braun trying to kill the Miz throughout the whole match, and you have the Miztourage trying to, you know, help the Miz throughout the match. It could end up being a little comedy. But at the same time,
almost writes itself.
But it's also a Strowman match. You don't want Strowman going out. We saw the fatal flaw with him and Brock at No Mercy. You don't want Strowman going out there and having a quote-unquote pro wrestling match. You need to have a little gimmickry into a Braun Strowman match just to make it that much better.
Yeah, and I think Strowman brings that natural, like, holy fuck, I'm watching this big Mack truck murder a guy. But also, 2 weeks ago, I watched him dressed up as Buddy the Elf. So I think that's why I think he's going to be the face of the company. I think Braun Strowman will be the next John Cena because of just how fucking versatile he is. Because he can play that big, crushing, I'm going to murder you monster.
I honestly think that he should win the Elimination Chamber, go on, have another Brock Lesnar Goldberg style 5-minute match, and win the title from Brock.
All right, here's what I'm going to say right here. Strowman has something that Cena has. Really good comedic timing.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? You know why I really like him? Because outside of, like, WWE, if you look at some of his stuff, it's, like, hilarious. He doesn't he review guns on a YouTube channel for somebody?
I've seen, I think, 2 different videos of it.
I've seen it on his Instagram almost every day.
Oh, yeah. He's a country boy. He's always out shooting guns on his days off.
And I'm sorry, if you don't follow Braun Strowman on Instagram, but not Braun Strowman, it's like Adam Scheffer,
something. I don't know exactly how to say it.
Adam Sheffer, 2 R's, 99.
Right.
Oh my God. What I like right here. This is my real life page. It doesn't depict my TV character. He is absolutely just hilarious.
Have you seen his Tumblr photo?
Tinder.
Tinder. That's what I meant.
I've absolutely seen his Tinder photo. It's
him.
fantastic.
It's him sitting in a creek with a big old goofy grin.
Yeah, I love it. Do we have another call?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment, but I do want to mention, for those of you that do want to show your support to Pro Wrestling Unlimited and want to represent us like I currently am, you can get your own I'm a PW Guy shirt right now at prowrestlingtees.com/PWUnlimited. Go get a shirt, support the show, show everybody that you're a PWU guy. I said this last week, and I can confirm wearing this shirt will get you that guy or girl and will definitely help you pass all of your classes and give you a promotion and a raise all at the same time. I can confirm this if you buy the shirt. And also, if you don't have much money to financially support the show, you can easily go over to the iOS podcast app or Google Play or whatever device you use for your iPhone, and you can just leave a little review. Just search up Pro Wrestling Unlimited, leave a little rating and review. In case you ever miss a show, you can listen to it there. You can watch the video back in case you want to hear yourself on a call. You can go right over there and do it. What else do you want to talk about today, Tim? We got some good stuff.
Let's take a call first. Let's take a call. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Yo, Tim, Nick, how you guys doing?
Pretty good. Yourself?
What's going on?
I'm good. Yeah, I just got 2 questions for you guys. I know about your opinion. Who do you think is going to be the next cruiserweight champ? I think it should be Cedric.
Cedric Alexander.
Okay, good. All right, my last question is, guys, I got a bit of an issue on, NXT is coming to my hometown, Louisiana, and I work in the Superdome and the arena and stuff, but also I want to go to Ring of Honor because I want to see Cody and Kenny Omega fight.
Right.
All right, here's what you do.
I don't know what to do.
Here's what you do. I'll tell you right now. So what you do is you go to Home Depot and you buy the biggest saw that they have, and then you cut yourself in half. One half goes to Ring of Honor, one half goes to NXT. There you go. I don't think that would
might have to work NXT anyways, because I work there and I need money in my pocket, you know.
So what I heard is that you're letting us into the Silverdome for free to go see Mania?
If I could, I would. Trust me.
Well, hold on, because NXT's not in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
That's true.
It'll be in the Smoothie. Guys, this thing, the Smoothie King Center and the Smoothie King Center and the Dome, they're right next to each other.
Right.
It's literally across the street.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what the thing is. So NXT, hope it's good. I don't know what the card. You guys know what the card is or no?
Main event. Aleister Black versus Andrade Cien Almas. There will be Ember Moon. Spoiler alert for everybody listening. Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. I don't remember if they set up the tag title match yet.
Not yet.
Finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic, which, spoiler alert, might be. Can't confirm this yet because they haven't filmed it. But the going plan is possibly War Machine versus AOP. And then whatever else they set up, because they do have one more tapings coming mid-March.
Cool. Well, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Not a problem.
No problem. Have a good night, man.
See ya.
Oh boy, am I excited for NXT TakeOver.
All right, so here's the thing. NXT TakeOver, it says it's supposed to start around 6:15.
Okay.
Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, same night, around 7:30 p.m. So you may be able to go to NXT. Now, if he's working it, he may not be able to get out early enough. But you may be able to go to NXT, dip out right soon as that main event's over, run over to the Lakefront Arena, and get there before Kenny Omega Cody, because I'm pretty sure that'd be the main event, unless the main event's the championship match. And that's not a championship match.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I dig it. I'm excited for Kota Ibushi being there.
Yep, Kota Ibushi, and I think they want Tanahashi and Naito as well, but I think Tanahashi's going to be kind of iffy if he's back from injury or not.
So this person just says at Pro Wrestling Unlimited, Goldberg, Ember.
They're talking about not real names.
Goldberg is a real name. Edge could be a real name. Kane could be a real name. Akam and Razor. Ember Moon.
Goldberg is his real last name. Bill Goldberg. That's all I mean. But I'm talking about current stars. Now, yes, Akam and Razor. Akam Razor.
Ember Moon?
Huh?
Ember
Moon. Yeah, that's true. So
there's a lot. The coach.
The coach is a nickname for Jonathan Coachman, dummy.
Fucking Robert Cathy. Damn, that sounded like me.
But like I said, there's about 90% with
Kathy?
real.
Where have you been? Where's Kathy been? He hasn't been in this. He hasn't been in the stream in almost like a month.
All right, so we got a message here from Jessica Streech on Twitter. It says 4 birthdays tomorrow: Big Show, Sensational Sherry, Jim Neidhart, and Classy Freddie Blassie.
Classy Freddie Blassie.
She said classic Freddie Blassie, but it's classy Freddie Blassie, not classic. Just
all right. I want to let this be known now. If you guys have the WWE Network, which I'm sure you do, go to their collections under shows. Go to collections and go watch Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Ooh, yes.
It is goddamn Kalisto, Sin Cara.
I'm not even gonna get into that one.
Why?
Because that's a whole different bag of tricks right there.
I guess that's true.
Because
NXT TakeOver New York.
Different.
Wait, New York next Mania at Madison Square Garden. That sentence made almost no sense.
Ooh, that's tough. Maybe, but unfortunately,
it would
may
never
end up being Well, no. Well, yeah, I probably wouldn't. It'd probably end up being Barclays.
Yeah, it would absolutely be Barclays. Fuck it, do it at the Manhattan Center.
No,
Mania at the Manhattan Center. The tickets would be like $2,000.
Mania at the Manhattan Center.
Yes.
With 1,000 people?
Let me tell you something. You know how 205 Live would also better itself?
How?
Film it at the Manhattan Center.
But you can't do that every week. You know how much money
you could try?
You know how much money that would cost to film it at a different location? They're saving money filming it with SmackDown.
That's true, I guess.
Plus, you already because it's
Thanks, Big Kahuna.
Because think about it. You're filming it with SmackDown. You've already got people in the building. It's not like you're selling a separate ticket.
That's true. You're selling that one individual ticket.
Exactly. You're selling one ticket to get SmackDown, 205 Live, and for the next couple of weeks, Mixed Match Challenge. You're technically getting 2.5 shows.
Shout out to Big Kahuna. Those are Mexican names.
Hey,
Boogeyman, CM Punk.
You can't say anything when it's luchador names.
True. We got any calls?
Yeah, let's take one right here.
Say a couple calls before we.
We got a couple more things to talk about after we take this call, but let's. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
So, I was just wondering, what do you guys think about Randy Orton and Bobby Roode? Who do you guys want to be the heel in that feud?
That's a tough one because...
Yeah, that's a really tough question. I want it to be Orton because I know how much he wants to, but I also want it to be Roode because Roode as a babyface is slightly disturbing.
Yes.
His smile is slightly scary. I'd say Roode. I'd say I want Roode.
Yeah, I mean, Randy Orton, I like Randy Orton better as a heel, but Roode just has to be a heel. He's just better served as a heel character, and so if you really look at it that way, you have him the heel, Randy Orton the babyface. But I have also heard that I don't know if I'd go this route, but you can also throw Rusev in there as a triple threat because one, Orton RKO'd him after the match, and two, there is the history between Orton and Rusev.
Right.
Now, Rusev was to beat clean on SmackDown, so there's your thought of, well, he was just beat clean. Why does he deserve another shot? So, but they could go either way.
Yeah. All right, and one more thing.
Sure.
Okay, so Nick, is Tom Phillips really your favorite announcer?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know, because last time you guys did a live broadcast, somebody called Tom.
Oh yeah, Tom Phillips will officially be my new favorite broadcaster. Mostly because if I publicly say that he isn't, he might face fuck the shit out of me.
Oh Lord, that was coming.
Oh, he will never live down that joke. Thanks for a call, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Oh god, I have a 4-hour flight and a massive erection.
Robert Cathy says Smoky Mountain was ran by your boy Cornette, so of course
Smoky
Nick will
Mountain.
like it.
Oh god, Cornette on there. I love Jim. I'm a proud owner of I'm a Jim Cornette guy. I got it for Christmas. So I have that along with my NWA title. I feel like a real classic wrestling fan. So what else do we got to talk about?
So The Miz signed a new 4-year contract with the WWE, and according to PW Insider, they wanted to lock him down for more than 4 years, and he didn't want to be locked down for more than 4 years. I don't know exactly what he wanted, but they agreed on 4, and that just leads me to believe they really see something in The Miz as far as value for this company, because typically a WWE contract is 3 years. But if you're going to want to lock him in for more than a typical contract, it means that you don't want anybody to be able to take him once that contract's up. You want to lock him into your company for as long as you can, and that's
he's such a tried and true WWE guy. I don't see him going anywhere else.
That's true, but you never know. I mean, his contract could end. Get that, do that 3-4 years, whatever. He signed a 4 year, but if they would have given him a typical 3 year, sign that 4, do that 3 years. And then say Ring of Honor comes at him with like this amazing story they pitched to him, or somebody comes at him and says, "We'll give you a butt ton of money to come in for one cool storyline against so and so, and you do this and that." And
I don't think he would do it. I don't think he wants to wrestle anywhere else. I think he loves the WWE. I think him and Vince get along really well.
Right. Like I don't see him going anywhere either. But at the same time, it's like they have to have some sort of worry or see something in him. They're like, we need to lock this guy down because he's an asset to this company. That's just what it makes me think.
We do say, oh, I don't see him going anywhere. I guarantee you, nobody saw Hulk Hogan going anywhere.
True, but Hogan was already quote unquote retired before he went to WCW, and he was filming Thunder in Paradise, and everything just aligned for him to go to WCW. So I mean. He was already out of WWF at the time, anyways. Though, but it's like the Kurt Angle thing. Kurt Angle told Vince, "I'm done. I want to get out," and less than 4 months later, he was in TNA. No one saw that coming.
Big thank you to No Hacks. We got No Way Jose, Rhino, and Fandango. Yeah. I mean, I do like The Miz. I think he's great. I don't see him ever wrestling anywhere else. What are some of your guys' dream Miz matches?
It's kind of like a John Cena. I don't see him going anywhere else.
I say my dream Miz match is Miz and maybe Ricochet. Hey, did you know one time I said that The Miz was better than AJ Styles?
Oh, don't get that can of worms opened up again.
Oh, fuck. That can of worms was never closed, bud. I don't know what you're talking about. What else do we have to talk about?
Let's take a call first, and then I got another topic to hit on.
For sure.
And caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey guys, I have a question.
Sure.
What do you think they'll do on Mania with Seth Rollins since both Jordan and Ambrose are injured?
That's a tough question right now because they've actually kind of pulled Rollins from more than just what he was planned for in Mania. See, the thing was, Rollins and Jordan were supposed to both be in the Elimination Chamber. Miz wasn't ever originally tapped for the Elimination Chamber, and whoever's winning this last chance qualifier wasn't supposed to be in there. Those two spots were supposed to go to Seth Rollins, Jason Jordan. Now that Jason Jordan's not going to be in the chamber for some god-awful reason, they said, no, we won't put Rollins in there either. I don't know why. Interesting thing is that going forward at the house shows, Seth Rollins will still be taking on the Bar, but his tag team partner is Finn Balor.
Oh.
That's what's being advertised right now for upcoming house shows in February and early March. So I honestly, no clue.
Because the weird thing is in Raw, they like to bring a feud between them two, but they know Jordan's injured, you have been out for a long time. So why are they doing this? Why do they keep I don't know, the feud going?
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but they had to do something because they can always come back to this once Jordan comes back. If Seth Rollins isn't tied up with anything else that he can't get out of, you always have that. Say he comes back in, what would it be? March, April, May, June, July. Say he comes back in 6 months, ready for SummerSlam. Boom, you have a built-in story for him with Seth Rollins, with the whole, he was tag team partners with Seth Rollins. Him and Seth Rollins were starting to get along, and then Jason Jordan just screwed everything up for Seth. And then he got hurt, and now he's back, and Seth is still never gotten over it, or some sort of, you have that built-in story for when he comes back.
This may not be the greatest comparison, but if you remember Triple H and Shawn Michaels having their match, you could do a very similar thing with Jordan and Seth.
You talking about 2002?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm talking about 2002.
Interesting.
So you guys have no idea who Seth might be facing at Mania?
Honestly, last I heard was, they were talking about him and Jason Jordan. That was never officially on the books. Okay, that's the match we're going to go with for both of them. That was a possibility, but I haven't heard anything since. The whole Jason Jordan thing, as far as him being out for a long time, really just came quickly for them. They found out within the last couple of weeks that he can't be touched. He worked on Raw, took no bumps, but he punched both Sheamus and Cesaro. That next morning, he was in Pittsburgh getting neck surgery. They say it's a minor neck surgery, but he's still probably going to be out for a while because neck surgery is neck surgery.
Yeah, I was just going to say, minor or major, neck surgery is neck surgery, Doc.
Yeah.
So thanks for your
call. Guys, only one thing, people are saying that Ronnie's cursed because every time he has a partner, they get injured. Right after the Shield got together, Reigns gets sick. They got with Ambrose get injured for the first time, I think, in his WWE career.
Yeah.
Then he got with Jordan, same thing.
Maybe Seth Rollins is a curse. But thanks for the call. Have a great night.
Thank you, guys. You too.
Have a good one, bud. I saw a lot of great ones in there for the dream matches. And let me tell you what my dream Miz match is. Are you ready for this?
Shoot.
I have $40 in my bank account. Sorry.
Shoot.
I looked at my bank account and I randomly have $40 in there. So that's awesome. I can have dinner. But what was I gonna go? Miz Dalton Castle.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. You know what would make it even better?
I don't.
Dalton's got the boys. Miz has got the Miztourage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Speaking of the Miztourage, Miz is going to make his third appearance on a ride-along.
Hell yeah.
But they're doing something different. It's Miz, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, ride-along in a limo.
Oh, that's awesome.
I saw the preview. They were showing, things coming up in 2018 on the WWE Network. I saw a preview of the three of them in a limo, and for some reason, Elias by himself in a limo.
I love Elias in a limo. Oh,
by himself, though. What? He was just sitting there strumming on his guitar, sitting in a limo by himself. What the hell? But then they did show Miz, Axel, and Dallas, and they're drinking champagne or whatever it is that they're drinking in the back of this limo. It's pretty cool. I think it's just, to me, I love Ride Along. It's some episodes are most episodes I like. It doesn't really get stale because you can always interchange different guys, and you've always got, even if, like I said, this will be the third time Miz has been on. But one time he was on with his good friend Dolph Ziggler, so they can tell different stories. He was on with Maurice. There's different stories. Now you add the fact that, he's got other people with him. Yes, they didn't have to add the limo aspect, but change it up, add the limo. Also, I think, if I saw it correctly, there's another episode where it looks, I could be wrong, Gallows, Anderson, Finn, AJ.
Ooh.
I think that they showed that shot really quickly. It looked like it was the four of them in the car. But like I said, I could be wrong, and it might not have been AJ. Because if you remember when they did the Gallows and Anderson one before, they had the Finn cutout and the AJ cutout. And so I saw AJ really quickly. It could have been the AJ cutout that I saw. I would have to go back and look, though.
Right. So, you got one more thing to talk about before we call it a night?
Yes, I do. It's not really wrestling related, but it is wrestling related when you say, CM Punk coming back to the UFC.
Wait, hold on. Breaking news regarding former WWE superstar
Nick? Uh-oh, I think we lost Nick. Nick, are you there?
You did lose me for a minute.
We lost you for a second. You killed it.
Am I still here?
You killed the gimmick.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're here.
All right, ready for this?
Go for it.
Big news surrounding CM Punk and his future with the WWE. He could be competing for the UFC. Be sure to go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/PWUnlimited. CM Punk may have a match at the upcoming UFC Chicago show. And if you don't know this, our Pro Wrestling Tee store is prowrestlingtees.com/PWUnlimited. All right, fuck it. Tim, go ahead.
All right. I don't know where you were going with. Oh, I do know where you're going with that. But anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me pull up the. So, last week they announced UFC's coming to the city of Chicago. UFC 225 taking place in the United Center June 9th. CM Punk then tweeted out a quote tweet of this news with some googly eyes, like, something, something. And so today we find out from MMA Fighting's Ariel Helwani, who was like one of the most credible guys in any MMA reporting, states that, CM Punk is in discussions with the UFC to fight in Chicago, UFC 225, against Mike Jackson. If you don't know who Mike Jackson is the guy that Mickey Gall had to defeat to take on CM Punk. So I guess you can bill this as the 0-1 losers that both lost to Mickey Gall.
I like that. I like that idea. I think it's going to be fun.
It's like both guys get their redemption, not against Gall, but against another guy that lost to Mickey Gall. Anyway, so it's in early stages. Nothing's been, hashed out. It's not like it's official 100% going to happen. It's looking like it can be, but we don't know exactly if that's going to come to fruition. Something can happen. They can be negotiating with CM Punk, and CM Punk says everything's good, and then they go to Jackson, and Jackson can be like, no, I want this instead. Punk's such a big name. Give me more money. And they can be like, well, Punk may not draw this time because how bad his last. We don't know.
Oh, he's gonna draw. He's gonna draw.
Most likely gonna draw, especially
Dana White knows.
So it's just the fact of what are they gonna offer CM Punk? What is he gonna counter? What are they gonna offer Mike Jackson? What is he gonna counter? And we have till June to find out if this match is gonna happen. Of course, you want to know 2-3 months out so you can start training for that certain opponent. But it does look like because Dana White did say in January he is willing to give CM Punk one last chance. If he loses again, it may be his last chance. But if he wins again, we don't know. So it is possible that CM Punk will be fighting again for the UFC June 9th in the United Center, UFC 225, Chicago, Illinois.
There you go, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this.
Let's take one last call there.
Oh, fucking excuse me.
Hey.
All right, let's take one last call.
Let's take one last call. Jump the gun there. And caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Oh, hey guys. By the way, Nick, thanks for a shout out. I'm no Hex.
Oh yeah, for sure, dog.
I just want to ask you. I didn't watch NXT. How on the star rating? How good would you rate it?
Tonight's episode?
No, tonight's episode. I didn't watch it. So how?
34.
Okay.
34 stars.
I actually
you should watch it.
I have not seen it yet.
You should. It's really good. I already knew what happened because I knew the spoilers.
Well, I do too, but I was watching Celebrity.
But it's still.
I was watching Celebrity Big Brother.
See where?
And one more question.
Sure.
Who else do you think would be in the 205 Live Cruiserweight Championship tournament?
I'm gonna say Mark Andrews. I'm gonna say Johnny Gargano.
You think?
Yes, because you know what I think they'll do?
Huh.
You know how they have the loser leaves town? It was announced tonight, the loser leaves town match.
Right.
He didn't show up at the next taping.
No.
You could technically say, have it do next week. Gargano shows up. He's technically not on NXT. No, we already know the matches next week, though, huh?
Well, next week's matches are, but see, that wouldn't work either. You'd have to have him in the final night of the. I get what you're saying, but thanks for the call. Have a great night. I get what you're saying, Nick. Have him in the first round. You would have to wait 2 more weeks because next week, Tuesday, we already know what those matches are going to be, and they can't announce Gargano for the following week. Well, they could. Here's what you do. You go have your matches next week. Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, Mark Andrews. I keep forgetting who Andrews is supposed to take on. And then next week you can say Johnny Gargano. And then he does the loser leave town. And he comes to, we've already seen NXT guys can be in this tournament with Roderick Strong. So that doesn't kill anything. Doesn't kill the gimmick of, oh, that means he's going to lose the loser leaves town match automatically, even though you assume. So you can do him coming up in 2 weeks, since we already know what next week is. And then if the plan is to keep him on the main roster right then and there, then you just keep him on 205 Live.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense.
He can be like, you know what? I lost the loser leaves town. It's fine. I'm in 205 Lives. I'm in this tournament. I doubt he would lose in round 1, even if he's not supposed to win the title. Even though that's someone I would give the title to, because he's over like frickin' Rover.
I made a great joke on Twitter when I was like, loser leaves town, more like loser leaves the tapings, because he was at a house show. So I was like, haha. Then again, we didn't know. Shut the fuck up.
No.
We didn't know.
Here's what these people have been saying. I've gotten this on Twitter. I thought he lost loser leaves town. Why is he at the tapings? Or why is he at the house shows? Because technically, when you watch it as far as TV goes,
he's still there.
He's still there. This house show where he teamed with his wife against Almas and Vega took place last weekend. He's not going to leave town for 2 more weeks, technically. So when you think about it in that aspect, you got to play up your house shows and everything to how it airs on television when you're not airing live on television. Yes, everyone may already know, hey, he lost to Loser Leaves Town last week. Why is he still in NXT? Everyone may know that, but for the people that don't get the spoilers, don't follow the spoilers, don't know what happened at the tapings, you've got to play to them, because they're your TV audience who are watching the show every single week. So you want continuity in that form.
Right. So, is that it?
Yeah, go.
I just want to make sure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again to the show. Another Wednesday, another show. We appreciate it. We will be back next Wednesday on, that's what, the 14th? Ooh, Valentine's Day. We'll be back on Valentine's Day. Man, that's fucking depressing that I have nothing better to do on Valentine's Day than do a show. But regardless, I'm kidding. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at PW_Armstrong. You can check us out on Twitter at PWUnlimited, at Facebook at Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD, right here on YouTube. You're already here. If you're not getting notifications, turn off the notify bell and then turn it back on, because that'll probably work. That's what I just did. Be sure to check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/PWUnlimited, where you're going to start getting our exclusive Morning Coffee podcast, and as well as not pre and post shows, just a post show after streams that is going to be starting up very soon in the Discord. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Tim, do ya thing.
You can find me on Twitter at TimmyBuddy. Also the same on Twitch. I might be doing some gaming streams this weekend. Not exactly sure. Might do some Jackbox. Been trying to check out Fortnite. I don't know if I can get into that game. Nick says it's good.
I love Fortnite.
I get a little bored with it when I land and then I don't see anybody for 15 freaking minutes. I'm just running around.
How about this? We'll play. I'll play with you tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll play with you tonight.
All
Nicole,
right,
if you're going to WWE this Friday, take pictures for us.
Oh, yeah. Take pictures, videos, whatever you find.
Yeah, for sure.
Send it to us on the... Just if you see anything good, any good pictures, any good videos, hit us up on Twitter. And I guess, yeah, Nick and I are going to play some Fortnite, so follow me on Twitch at TimmyBuddy. I'll be streaming over there. And
we do that now?
You just said tonight.
All right, let me get some coffee first, though.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm going to run and get Starbucks
Follow
first.
me on Twitch at TimmyBuddy. We're going to be streaming sometime tonight. Fortnite. Nick's going to try and get me into this game, and we'll see how that goes. But
all right, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Goodbye.